Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be drafting a shawl collar jacket. But the first pattern I'll be drafting was this for my back. I'll be drafting my back pattern first. I'll do the line that will serve as my shoulder line. This is my shoulder line. So the first measurement I'll be placing now is what? Is my armhole measurement divided by 2, which is what? 7.5. 7.5. You can see I've indicated it here. So next is what's my shoulder to my bust point measurement, which is 9.5. I'll indicate it here. Then my shoulder to my half length, which is 14 inches. This is it. Yes. Then my shoulder to my hip. So I'll just add 8 inches what to 14. That's 22. So my top length will be what? 22. So I mean my jacket length now will be what? 22. So I'll indicate all these measurements here on this side also, so I can rule a straight line. So this is it. I've labeled it. This is my armhole, my bust point, my half length, and my top length or my jacket length. So for my neck, I'll be using what? 3 inches for the wideness. Three inches. And for the depth, I'll be using ½ inch. You can use 1 inch, but do not go lower than 1 inch. Do not go to 1.5 or 2 inches. The least you can use is what? 1 inch. So I'm using ½ inch. So here I'll be putting my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is what? 6.5. This is a 6.5. So here also I'll place my 6.5 on my armhole line. 6.5 to get a straight line. So I'll go down here by 1 inch to get my shoulder slope. So on my armhole line, I'll be placing my bust measurement divided by 4. So I'll connect here to get, I'll draw out my armhole curve. So now to take my dart, I'll be using waist dart for this, for my back. So I'll be placing my nipple to nipple measurements divided by 2. 3.5. I'll also place that measurement here on my top length line. 3.5. I'll connect and draw what? A straight line. So now on this line here, which is my waistline, my half length line, I'll be taking 1 inch on both sides on this nipple to nipple line I drew here. 1 inch on both sides. I'm sorry, ½ inch on both sides. I'll be taking ½ inch on both sides, please. ½ inch. 1 inch. This place I'll come up by 2 inches. This is it. I'll be connecting from here to here. Here, I'll connect all dots together now. So on my waist now, I'll be placing my waist measurement divided by 4. So remember, I'll be cutting out this center place, this dart area. So I have to add that 1 inch back for me to have my waist back. So my waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch. So on this line here, I'll be placing my hip measurement what's divided by 4. So I'll connect. So I don't want a sharp edge here. Now I want to create what? A shoulder dart style line. So a shoulder dart line. I'll measure what? My shoulder and I'll divide it by 2. So I'll connect from here to this point. So this is everything about what's my back pattern. So I'll be making my front pattern now. So for my front pattern, I'll be measuring 5" here. Now draw a line, a straight line. And on this side, I'll be measuring what, 3 inches here. Okay, so this will be what, my center front, and this will be my shoulder line. So I'll take my measurements now, same way I did for my back. My armhole divided by 2 first, that's 7.5. Then my shoulder to my bust point, my shoulder to my half length, and my shoulder to my top length. So yeah, I'll be measuring my neck measurements the same way I measured for my back. The width for my back is 3. So I'm using the same width for my front also, which is what, 3 inches. So I'll measure what, my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is what, 6.5. I'll place it here also, 6.5. And I'll roll a straight line. I'll come down here by 1 inch. Just connect to my 3 inch here to get my shoulder slope. Okay. So here I'll be placing my bust measurement divided by 4. 8.5. So I'll draw out what's my armhole. So now I want to take what's my darts. I'll measure 3.5. This is my center front. So 3.5 on my bust point line. And 3.5 on my top length. So yeah, I'll be coming down by 1 inch. 1 inch. On this line, this is my half length, which is also what, my waistline. I'll be taking ½ inch on both sides of this straight line. And here I'll come up by what, 2 inch. So I'm connecting these 4 dots together now. So now I'll take my waist measurement. So my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for the dart we are cutting out. On this line, my hip measurement is divided by 4. So now I want to do what's my collar. There's what we call what's the break point for the collar. So I can decide my break points will be on my waistline, above it or lower than. So for my break point for my jacket, I'll be going above my waistline. I'll going up by 1 inch. This 1 inch. So I'm measuring now my extension now, which is what, 1 inch. So I'll also extend that 1 inch to this place. I'll roll a straight line. Remember I made my back pattern first, so I'll be going back to my back pattern now to measure my neck. So this is my back pattern. Most times people can just measure from here to here. What did I use? 3 inches, but for me I prefer measuring this curve itself, so I get the accurate measurement. So this, I have 3.25 here, 3.25. Now I want to draw out my collar. Do not forget our 3.25. Let me put it here, 3.25. Yeah, for the neck measurement for my back. So now for my collar, I'm going like this. Can see this. So this neck area here, I'm connecting it, connecting this. So from here to here, can we note from this place now where my front neck is stopping, so I will measure my 3.25 for my back neck now. 3.25. So this is it here. So I'm using my pencil to draw this line straight now so we can see. I hope you can see this line with my pencil. So I'll measure from here. I'll measure my 3.25. So this is my 3.25. I've already indicated it. This is my 3.25. So this is where my collar is actually stopping. So on this place, I'll come down on this line now. I'll come down by 0.5 like this. So I will redraw this line. From here. Can you see that? Yeah, so I'll ensure I measure it and ensure I still have what my 3.25 here. Okay, I still have my 3.25 here. This is my 3.25. Okay, so now the wideness of my collar depends on me, depends on how wide I want it. But I'll be using what, 3 inch. So most times for this place, I'll be using my protractor. Can we see this? Can you see this line? Can see this 90 degree? Yeah, it's also on the French curve. You also have it on the French curve, 90 degree. Yeah, this is a straight line. This is a 90 degree. Okay, so that is what I'll be using to extend my. I won't just automatically just rule a line like that, no. So I'll use that to measure. See this point, I'm placing it on this place. It has to align with this line now. So I'm going angle 90 degree to get what, a straight line, a straight angle from there. So can we see this? So you see I'm following this line now. Can see this is my straight line. This is my angle. So this is 90 degrees. So I'm going like this. My line is going like this. It has to go like that. So most people actually just rule a straight line. As you might see that this is not straight. And people just rule a straight line like this. No, it won't make your collar slip well. I'll draw a straight line first with my pencil, following this pattern now, where my angle is here. So I'll confirm now. Okay, so this is it. This is a straight line now for this, the straight line. So now I'll measure what my 3 inch that I want. Remember I said I want to use 3 inch from here. So this is my 3 inches. So I'll rule the line now. So now I'll be connecting from here to these points. So I can use my free hand or I'll use my cuff. I think I want to use my cuff ruler. So this is it. So now this is my front pattern. So the same way I did for my back, I'll do for my front. I'll create a line for my shoulder dart line. So 3.5 divided by 2, 1.75. So I do not want this place to be pointed like this. So I'll be creating a curve on that part. So now my jacket, my front pattern is ready. I'll cut them out now. Cut out my front pattern and my back pattern for you to see. This is my front, this is my back. So I'll label this. This is my center front, CF, my side front. This is my center back and my side back. So I'll be catching you guys in my next video, which will be the sewing aspects of this jacket. So see you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. See you. Bye.